all those Hubba Bubba bubblegum lovers out there. This is a video to show you how to use your container. So I have 8 things to show you, and here I'm showing you if you really want to be smart, you can open up your bubblegum by using an X-Acto knife, but most people just want to rip right into it, so there's that option too, and you can print off these printables off the internet. This I believe is size 44% or something like that, and then of course using some glue to stick it on, and then once it's stuck on, you can go back to the X-Acto knife way, and this is just a way to prep so that these 8 awesome things that I'm about to show you, you have a perfect label to deal with. There I go, using the X-Acto knife to open it up so when you close it, it looks nice and fresh. This first one I want to show you is a little storage compartment for your pencils, so you can really put anything you want in it, which is a lot of fun. So I'm going to start by painting my pencil pink by using some nail polish. I use my little bit of Play-Doh here to stand it up, and while I wait for it to dry, I use my X-Acto knife to make a hole, which is the size of the pencil. And make sure that you do it on the end that doesn't open up, just like I showed you. So here's my pencil, nice and dry, and it fits perfectly into the hole of the Hubba Bubba container. Perfect! I'm just going to glue gun it there, and obviously wait for the glue to dry. A little tip, while you're waiting for it to dry, make sure that the case is closed, or else if it is dried with the case open, you might have trouble closing the case. So here it is. Once it's complete, you can put whatever you want in there that will help you. I have post-it notes, which I think are super helpful, and of course you can put erasers in there and stuff. Moving on to my lip balm. This is one of my favorites. I have it in my bag as we speak, and it's so easy. So all you need is a 1-to-1 ratio of beeswax. Here I have 2 tablespoons of shredded beeswax ready to go. And of course I have my coconut oil and my pink lipstick and my case. So here's my 2 tablespoons of my lipstick, and I'm going to pour in my 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Put it in the microwave, start with 20 seconds and go from there with 10-second intervals. Mix it up, and you're good to go. And then just be super careful. It's not too hot or anything, but just be super careful pouring it into this little container, as sometimes it can drip everywhere. And then you want to have a plan of how you're going to support this going into the fridge or freezer. So here we have our amazing lip balm, and I love this so much. It's such a cute case for something like this. I love how glossy it is and how easy it is to make, and there's so much in here that it really will last you a long time. And then of course when you're done using it, you just snap the lid shut and put it back in your bag. Good to go. Here's my Hubba Bubba wallet. So not only do I think this is a cute idea, but I actually think this is a very smart idea and safe, because I think if you were to ever, unfortunately, someone was trying to take your wallet, they might not think that you have your money stored in a Hubba Bubba bubblegum case. So I don't have much money here, but I'm just showing you that you can fit change and bills. I don't think you can fit credit cards. But again, not only is this cute, but I think it could be really safe. Keeping with the money theme, this is my Hubba Bubba Piggy Bank. So again, so simple, you guys. I'm just showing you here where I'm going to put the slot for my coins. And you want to try to avoid this sort of clunky plastic in there, or else it makes it quite difficult to cut through it. So I put mine slightly to the front, which I also think makes it look more like a piggy bank, because you can see the slot. I do most of my cutting with the X-Acto knife off the video, just so that I could be a little bit more careful. But I am showing you here that I am slowly cutting through this. And again, just to avoid the plastic inside is the smartest way to go. Super easy, just like that. You have your own Hubba Bubba piggy bank. You don't have to go out and buy a porcelain pig that can easily break. The good thing about this is that it's really easy to open, whereas I know sometimes those piggy banks have those rubber inserts that can be really tricky to take out. I'm sure that's there for a reason, so people don't sneak in and get your money, but this is really nice too, where you can just sort of take a peek at how much money you have. If you want to have a stand for this, I just whipped up something super easy. This is my, what's it called, Magic Modeling Clay, air dried clay from Crayola, and it's nothing fancy. I just made a little teeny tiny stand, and you can plop it in there, and it doesn't get stuck to it, so it's just supporting it, okay, and then you can just take it out whenever you want. These are the supplies you're going to need to make your very own Hubba Bubba little teeny tiny first aid kit. So this is something I also currently have in my bag, as I think this idea is brilliant and it really holds everything well and you won't need much. So the most important thing is finding a container to hold your polysporin that actually fits in the Hubba Bubba case. So once you have figured out what fits in there, just squirt in some polysporin and we'll go from there. Next, you want to grab yourself some Q-tips, and I did try to keep them full size, but it doesn't fit, so I'm just going to cut them here, which is okay. It's not like it ruins the effectiveness of the Q-tip. So I'm going to put my little case in, and I'm going to put my Q-tips in. Now, when I did this again, not on this video obviously, but just you know, for my own personal use, I put all the Q-tips actually closer to the crease, so not the opening. I just felt like it was a better position to have them away from the opening. These Band-Aids are pretty small, and I'm just going to fold the paper in so it doesn't take up more space, so I can actually fit more Band-Aids in. So again, you guys can use whatever Band-Aids you think you need, and that is what the lid is for. So you just shove them in there. They might pop out when you open it, but that's okay. Safety first, and you have yourself a little teeny tiny Hubba Bubba first aid kit. This case is also perfect for your hair accessories. Now, one thing I've improved upon since this video is adding a little teeny tiny spray bottle of hairspray. So you have your elastics, your bobby pins, whatever else you need, and I've used one of those little teeny tiny perfume bottles, like those sample bottles, and I emptied it out and I put hairspray in, and it fits absolutely perfect. So I highly recommend keeping this in your bag as well. Alright, going back to the school supplies, and this case is perfect for paper clips, and you can just put your regular old paper clips in here for sure, but I'm going to go one step further and make my own, and I'm going to make them into little, you know, bubbles that you blow with Hubba Bubba. So I have some oven bake clay, and I wish it stayed this bright pink color. Unfortunately, when you bake the clay, it goes quite a bit darker, but I love this color of pink. So I just made a little ball, and I'm just going to make a little sort of imprint of the paper clip so that after it's in the oven, I can slide it back on there. A little bit of white clay, I am just trying my best to have the perfect shape of the sort of reflection that you get on those bubbles on the case of the Hubba Bubba. So I'm going to do that for all 4 of my paper clips. The size of these are pretty big, so you can only fit. So once they're all done and ready to go, make sure that you take them off the paper clip, put them in the oven for about 30 minutes at 230 degrees Fahrenheit, or obviously check the instructions of your air clay. And once they're cooled down, you can use your super glue or whatever glue you have that you think will work the best. You can put it back on the paper clips, and there you go. You have your own Hubba Bubba bubble-inspired paper clips. This is totally optional, but I'm just adding a nice glaze of glitter to make my bubbles look shiny. So again, you don't have to do this, but I think it looks pretty good. This idea I absolutely love, as it's so practical. So, I mean, really you can fit anything in here in terms of snacks, nuts, but I just thought cookies seemed so appropriate, and crackers, of course, because they're just round. So they really maximize the space that you have here. But again, you can really do this with anything. You can do it with dried fruit, nuts, whatever you may like to snack on. And finally, I'm going to show you how to make this awesome pencil sharpener. So again, this is super handy as it contains all your shavings from your pencils, and you just pop it open to empty it. So the trick here is to use your X-Acto knife again and to create a nice hole. And I make mine just below the crease because you'll see if you do it right in the middle, it's very hard to open. So you want to make sure that you either pick on the bottom or on the top of that middle line. As always, make sure that you guys are extremely safe if you choose to do this, because one little slip and you could obviously cut your finger right open. So just make sure that you're very careful. Once you've completed your hole, double check the size using a pencil and of course matching it up with the pencil sharpener. And if you need to modify it at all, obviously do so before you attach the pencil sharpener to the case. Next, gluing it on, putting your pencil sharpener in place, and you may have to hold it for a while just to make sure it doesn't move around. Once dry, you have just made yourself a Hubba Bubba pencil sharpener. Well, this completes this video. Thank you so much for watching the whole thing. Make sure you guys comment below on which one was your favorite and maybe the one that you think is the most practical. I don't know. I have many that I absolutely love and that I really do use, so I think they're super handy. If you guys enjoyed how I edited this video, make sure that you guys check out my other YouTube channel, which is Final Cut Pro. I've just started that one, but it gives you tips on how to start editing your own video. And of course, make sure that you guys subscribe